Okay, in this video we're going to graph another function, and this is what we call a radical function. In this example, we will be using y equals the square root of x minus 2. So how do we graph a radical function? Okay, so we need to understand the basic idea in graphing the radical function, and we will be using y equals the square root of x. This is actually related to y equals x squared. If you remember, the graph of y equals x squared is a parabola facing or opening upward. That's for x squared. Now for the radical, the square root of x, this came from a parabola opening to the right. Okay, can you see the relationship? It's like a ball was coming from this direction. It hit the parabola and then it went in this direction. Okay, that's how you imagine it. Okay, so if the graph is being hit by a ball, of course it will be rotating in this direction, so it should be the graph of the radical function.
Sir, what's the name of the graph?
Radical function, there's no name for it. Okay?
It's
It's like the hit parabola, right? A boy hit parabola graph, okay? But we cannot use that, that's not formal. Okay, so, but you get the relationship. Now, once you understand that, but in the previous example, we said the graph will look like this. How come we're not getting the other one below? That is for the negative. Okay, that's y equals negative square root. There are two types of it. The one with the positive, without the sign, it means it's positive. And with the negative sign, of course, it's a negative radical function. Clear? So imagine, or I want you to use the idea from the other graphs, that if you are subtracting any number that is close to x or within the radical symbol, it's the same movement. So there's a minus 2 means, so if we are going to graph this now, what will be the graph of the square root of x minus 2? How will you describe it from the graph of the square root of x? Go back to how we graph the x cubed, the x squared, the absolute value of x. There's a minus 2 there.
To the right, sir.
To the right by 2 units. And you know that the basic graph is like this. So the new graph will be moved, or will move the x square root of x by 2 units to the right. So here is the new point. To get another point, again remember there's always 1 unit direction, 1 unit up, 1 unit to the right, and then just connect. And then you're finished. So the blue one is the graph of y equals the square root of x minus 2. Is it clear? Can you see the relationship of all the functions? We're graphing different functions, but we are using the same idea. The key is you know the basic orientation. Parabola, U shape. Absolute value, V shape. What else? X cubed, it's like an S. Okay. Oh, we have a new color here. So what's your question, ma'am? Okay, here.
Just answer.
Yes, that is the answer, but you have to indicate another point after the two, 1 unit up and 1 unit to the right, then you connect the point and that's the graph already, okay? Am I going too fast or faster? Ah, okay.
So this one.
I can see that.
Correct.
Yeah, of course, it's always correct.
Mm.
Nice.
So
Yes.
What? Yeah.
You have to get another point, so just get a 3, for example,
Yeah.
and then just place it on the symbol. So if I make it 3, 3 minus 2 is 1 is equal to 1. So at 3, it should be at 1. So in that way, you can easily connect them.
Okay.
So you always need another point aside from the middle. Okay? So thank you for the color. So we are done with this function y equals the square root of x minus 2. So I hope you learned something from this, and we will see you next time. Okay? That's it.